Well, Sagittarius, I'm back with more on your life, and in particular a focus this month on the transit of the North Node through Taurus, which just happens to be your sixth house, this sixth slice of the cosmic pie, as I call it, if we're looking at your horoscope, and some big challenges there, but at the same time, some opportunities. You know, there's a dictum that the troublesome planets like the North Node, which it is troublesome in some cases, transiting this area actually bring very positive results. But you have to be prepared to break free of some of your methodologies. And the sixth house in particular relates to your service in work, the way you serve other people and the quality of the product or service that you have to offer. So this transit right now shows that if you're able to understand the mechanics of how this planet, which is full of desire, by the way, how this planet both inhibits and helps, you'll be in a better position to know, well, what is it that I need to eliminate here to get the results that I want? You are challenged right now. There are processes going on in your work, in the manner of your collaboration with others. There are hidden factors in your contracts or workplace agreements that can be very, very frustrating. But what's happened, Sag, is that you've projected a lot of these problems onto the situation and the people around you, rather than looking at yourself as the key to solving these problems. You are looking at the responses from others, and moreover, you're in a situation perhaps where the behavior of all of these people is just enmeshed in the circumstance. And so stepping back, if you can do that, and I hope this reading will inspire you to do that, by stepping back, you'll see that it's the situation because you're not meant for that situation. You're in a state of resistance if all you're getting in those workplace scenarios is flack, obstruction, delay. And right now Mercury is retrograde, so that has to do with your seventh house of dealing with other people. There may be setbacks, changes of plan. That's temporary while Mercury is retrograde, but the longer term ramifications of the North Node have to do with, you know, what is your life purpose, and is the work you're doing empowering you to do your life's work, or is it hindering you? If you're chasing the buck, prestige, the habit of being in a role that you've been in before because it's just easier to do what I've done, then, you know, well, I wrote a song once called "A Man Going Nowhere Gets There." And I think that sums up what I'm saying, because you most definitely need to ask yourself, what is it that I love? What is it that I enjoy doing most? You know, I know your habitual mind is going to throw, oh, well, you can't do that. There's no money in that. Oh, how are you going to pay the bills? I'm not saying you dive into this now, but the question now with the North Node transiting here is to question your circumstance. Ask yourself what it is that you'd like to do. Then start connecting the dots. Set up a plan for yourself. If you don't do this, the sixth house also is representative of health, sickness, disease. Believe it or not, this is one of the primary sources of disease. Frustration, anger, resentment, guilt, shame, all of these things can often be tied in with other factors of your life, but they bear upon this issue of work, what you do. And often work is a way that people find an excuse to do something that they don't really love, they don't feel in the core of their heart, simply to make life a bit easier. But that's just whitewashing a wall that needs all the wallpaper stripped first. That's gonna reveal itself sooner or later. You can't just sort of, gloss over this issue. So that, my friend, is the key transit issue for you right now. I hope that stimulates you to investigate. In the meantime, you can go over to astrology.com.au, follow the links for the typical monthly reading, but this is a core issue for you right now. I hope you'll think, meditate, and resolve whatever issues here are holding you back from living a life of purpose and love, which is what you're here for. I'll be back next month. I hope you'll join me. Don't forget to subscribe. Love to hear from you if you want to drop me a note. See you then. Bye-bye.